Hi everyone, I'm Jeff DiGiovanni with Silver Creek Realty Group. Today I'd like to take a few minutes to walk you through what happened in the Ada County real estate market during the first half of 2026. Rather than just throwing out a bunch of statistics, I'd like to explain what these charts actually mean and how they may affect buyers and sellers here in the Treasure Valley. So let's get started. Let's begin by looking at home prices. This chart measures two different things. The blue bars represent the average sale price, while the orange line represents the median sale price. The average is calculated by adding all the sale prices together and dividing by the number of homes sold. The median is the middle price, meaning half of the homes sold for more and half sold for less. As we move from January through June, you can see that both the average and median sale prices generally trended upward. That tells us that home values remained relatively strong during the first half of the year. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean every neighborhood increased at exactly the same pace, but county-wide prices held up well. Now, let's look at inventory. This chart actually shows two different measurements. The green line represents the number of active listings, or the number of homes that were available for sale. The blue bars represent months of housing inventory. Now, these are related, but they are not the same thing. Notice that the number of active listings increased from about 2,400 homes in January to nearly 3,800 homes in June. At first glance, you might think that means inventory increased dramatically. But notice that the blue bars actually become smaller. Months of inventory decreased from just over 4 months to a little over 3 months. So how can both of these things happen at the same time? The answer is that although more homes came onto the market, buyers were purchasing homes at a healthy pace. In other words, the increase in listings was being matched by strong buyer demand. That's an important distinction because simply looking at the number of homes for sale doesn't tell us the whole story. Now let's look at how quickly homes were selling. This chart also shows two different measurements. The blue line represents the average number of days it took for homes that actually sold. The green dashed line represents the average days for homes that were still active on the market. One of the biggest changes we see is that homes sold much faster by June than they did back in January. For sellers, that's encouraging because well-priced homes were continuing to attract buyers. For buyers, it's a reminder that desirable homes can still move quickly, so being prepared before you begin shopping is important. Our final chart compares the number of new homes that came onto the market with the number of homes that actually sold. The yellow line represents new listings. The blue bars represent homes sold. As we moved into the spring market, both numbers increased. That's fairly typical for this time of year. More homeowners tend to list their homes during the spring, and buyers also become more active. The important thing here is that as more homes became available, buyers continued purchasing them at a healthy pace. So what does all of this mean? Overall, the first half of 2026 showed a healthy Ada County housing market. Home prices remained relatively strong. More homes became available for buyers. Homes generally sold faster as we moved into the spring market. And buyer demand remained healthy as new inventory came onto the market. Of course, every neighborhood is different. If you're curious about what's happening in your specific area or wondering what your home might be worth in today's market, I'd be happy to help. Also, if there's a real estate topic you'd like me to explain in a future video, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'm Jeff DiGiovanni with Silver Creek Realty. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month with another market update.